Well, after a series of shocking failures across the childcare sector, centres in New South Wales have been given 2 weeks' notice to show that they are following the law. The state government has already flagged the enforcement of a mobile phone ban and tough new penalties for providers caught doing the wrong thing.
For more, we're joined now by child safety expert Christy McVie and early childhood educator and advocate Nick Stevens. Welcome to you both. Nick, we'll start with you. This is all about trying to improve transparency in the industry, right? What do you think parents who are rightly terrified, understandably so, what should they take from this announcement?
Well, I think it's a little bit of a smoke screen. I don't think that phone bans are what educators are looking for and what parents are looking for. What we need is more educators working with children. That's what will keep children safe.
Nick, I'm glad you've made that point, because what's really important are there are thousands of very well qualified, loving, wonderful educators in the sector. And what breaks my heart is they work incredibly hard. Often they're not paid well. And this is a smokescreen. It's not about banning mobile phones. It's not about CCTV. It's actually about fixing the ratios.
Yes, and I think no educator wants to be sitting there on their phone, so that was never the issue. And educators haven't had phones on them in a lot of these services anyway. So, yeah, it's really patronising to tell us that the issue is phones when educators are too busy to be touching that stuff anyway. So we need to be looking at the things that are really going to keep children safe, and that's more educators working with children.
Christy, how do you view this? Do you believe it comes down to just, a staff ratio?
I agree with Nick, and quite frankly, I don't think the government has considered or has the knowledge about how child sex offenders work. And if they did have that knowledge, they wouldn't be targeting phones right now. They would be doing things like increasing ratios and ensuring supervision is upheld so that children are safe. And I don't know who they're, speaking to about this stuff, but if they spoke to the experts, they would know that, knowing how child sex offenders work, because child sexual abuse supersedes smartphones. It's been happening forever. So if we want to fix this issue, we need to understand how they get into these centres and how they're motivated.
What do you think needs to happen, Christy?
I think that education needs to be had, grooming education for educators, but also the ratios is a big issue in large centres when, children are left alone with people. So that's one of the things that I'm concerned about. And the fact that the government is going to, punish hardworking educators and put so much fear into them that this is not the issue. The issue is these people are coming into these centres with the purpose to harm children, and we need to know what to watch out for. People need to know what to watch out for.
Nick, this has been decades of neglect from both sides of government. What also is annoying, it is a smokescreen, so we need to hold the authorities to account. To what degree also, like aged care, is this in many circumstances profit before little children?
Oh, that's the most significant issue, is that large providers, often for-profit providers, save money by cutting staff, and children pay for that. So that's what we need to be targeting, and the rest is just a distraction.
So what do we need to say to the government about this? Because that's the big issue, Christy, is we have to call them to account in regards to better providers, but also how do we ensure that we fix this issue? Because parents are paying a fortune, and often these operators and childcare workers who are hardworking are paid appallingly.
Yeah, and also, there's the short 1 year certification where we're not, quality checking the people that are in this industry. There's so many great educators, but the ones that are coming into this industry for the purpose of it's a quick and easy certification. So, the quality checking of education and the training that's available to these people, and to ensure that there's adequate supervision when they finally get out onto the floor with children. So there's a lot of things that need to be patched up before we can ensure children's safety in this space.
Yep, and the dangers of, as you say, a smoke screen where we think that everything's okay because we ban phones and the real issues remain. All right, Nick and Christy, thank you both so much.